Okay, what I just done is installed 4-inch LED cree lights on 2013 Ford F-150. So I'm gonna take it apart and kind of show y'all what I done, which I seen somebody else on YouTube do the same thing, and it looked a good idea. It looked great actually. I got the black accent light. You can get the white. Like I said, you see the 3 or the 6 LEDs. So let me pull it out. Which I got screws. I just finished drilling these holes to get them. Okay. All right. What I done was I actually had a sawzall and a grinder, drill, and an air cutter. I measured off this top bumper here, or the bottom of the bumper here, and measured on the side over here. Got me a good distance that worked for me. I used 7 inches to the outside cut or the inside cut. This is which way you're looking at it. So from here to there, I used 7 inches. Then this I used 5/8, which ended up being 3/4. By the time you cut it, it depends on how you cut it and how much room you want to play. As you see on this light, you got a little bit of space on the back and on the sides to kind of play with. You don't have much, so you don't want to cut your hole too big. That way you won't have hole showing outside your light. Okay, also what I done, actually I put the light back on, and then I drilled my holes. Make sure they weren't too big. I'm using these flush mount screws. So if you can see that, it's going to be flush, and you put it inside the housing of the light. And I'm also using lock nuts to keep it on. That's real tight. What I did, I taped it off. I'm going to show you the other side. I haven't cut yet. Let's see. That's the other side I haven't cut yet. Kind of taped it off like that. And gave myself a guide to use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and bolt everything down. Then I'm going to cut the other side. Then I will tie it into the reverse lights. I want to use these as reverse lights because naturally it gives me more visibility. I was going to put them on a switch, but I think that right now I'm just going to wire it to my reverse lights and kind of see how that works. If I need it on the switch, I'll be able to redo it and put it on the switch. Alright. Okay, I got everything bolted down. So now I'm gonna, as you see, I got my wires to hook up. Pretty much just got a ground and a hot to hook up. So as you can see some of my lines here, I gotta get all that cleaned up. The only thing that I see is I got a gap up top here, which it may take some fine tuning, but I think it should still be okay. You have everything else is flush all around here. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this sit, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this other side out, get it cut out, and then I will let you know what happens from there. Okay, alright, I just used the sawzall and cut my hole out. As you can see, the light, let's see, we can show you right here. It's a little bit big, but you want it to fit snug. So it's easier to take the grinder and trim it than it is to try to go ahead and cut it exact the first time. I did learn that one on the first one, which I done the first one the same way. I had a little bit more cut out, but the thing is, you want to make sure that this is gonna set flush. It's gonna fit right. And also, like I said, you have these pieces here that's gonna cover up some of the imperfections that you may or may not have. So I'm gonna get the grinding, and I'll get some set in, then I'll show y'all how I pretty much tie it into my reverse lights, which is basically gonna take me to find the reverse light, ground one of these screws, ground one of the wires, which my ground wire, on the screw, and then tie my power wire. So hopefully the next maybe hour I'll have everything set so y'all can see how they look.